settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, it will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8th lap and UCLA ready to roll. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12 and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Washington State Cougars taking on the winners of 6 straight, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bruins will boot it away to start the game. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Washington State's offense takes the field for the first time today. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field, and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good, he is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the play fake. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the UCLA Bruins offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, and they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Bishop. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know what people forget? Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good.
Oh, ball's out! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble. But, man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Bruins are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To the air. It's Bishop. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on third and goal from the 2? That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Trying to pound it in. He is denied. Stopped just short of the goal line. Pushed his way to the 1 and could go no further, and they'll turn it over on downs. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll go right back to it. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on third and long. To the ground with the back. He's loose at the 15. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Washington State going quickly.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Got his man down the middle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And on second down for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock, so good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
After misfiring, it's second down. Give to the running back. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington State.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop forward and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
With the first down, they'll put it and play it from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those...
And that ball is picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Hands it off. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Darren McFadden out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 11 over Tulane. just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to throw, it's Bishop. It's complete on the right side. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Got it in the middle, it's Wall. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw into double coverage.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Offense set on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Still running at the 40. They'll immediately call timeout. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's going to pass. He makes the connection. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Got his man quickly. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the 3rd quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying because you only got so...
Can anyone catch him? And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Bishop. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
You have to imagine the game plan in the 2nd half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the game.
And they get him down.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They'll try it on the ground. Tackle is made after the first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. They make it pay off. Not willing to settle for a field goal on this drive.
Yeah, and Reese, I just don't know if field goals are going to win this game, honestly. I think to win, I think you need tutties. So this offense needs to stay on the field, stay aggressive, and try and capitalize after picking up that first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You're down, obviously, at the half, you got a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
The Bruins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
It's caught. The 2-pointer is good, and now we have a 1-possession game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Horn. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The give. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
No surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Washington State will have to boot it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
He finds his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll pull it down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Opening play of the drive from the 39. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pick up of 5 and enough for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Hits him with a stiff arm. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Bishop. Setting up the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
Big-time players make big plays in big games. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They're going to run it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
Just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Wide out in motion. They'll go to the ground. Jukes his way for more. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. At the 40, there he goes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection. Get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
2nd down coming up. Off play action. quickly to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Washington State lines up quickly. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Breaks the tackle. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown Cougars. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. He's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Using his legs, it's Wall. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Caught. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for You go for the win. You try to take the lead. That is a you decision.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And he's running in the open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. The Cougars will have it 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. And this one splits the uprights. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's taking the deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs.
Going over the top. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Bruins. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by.